Okay, folks, it's Brian King again. Once again, I give you greetings, and I want to give you another short idea on how to practically use Junior Bible Quiz in your home. Now, before I get any further, I just want to show you one thing that we've done at our churches over the years that's always provided kind of fun and, and helps us to think together as a team, working together with Junior Bible Quiz. And it's just a simple idea, creating a team t-shirt. Let me show you the front of the shirt that I'm wearing right now. You can see that it says, JBQ is life. And there's a picture of the Bible with a sword, of course being the sword of the Spirit, with the letters JBQ reading down. And then the bottom it says, the rest is just details. So JBQ is life, the rest is just details. But now take a look at the back of the shirt. You can see our Bible verse. See if I can get this so you can read it. They are not just idle words for you, they are your life. Deuteronomy 32:47. And then it says at the bottom, get charged with Junior Bible Quiz, and then my church name, First Assembly, Concord, North Carolina. And that's just something fun that we've done with the kids over the years in Junior Bible Quiz. But now to some practical tips about how to use Junior Bible Quiz in your home with your children or grandchildren or whomever it may be that you're working with. The first tip I want to give you is be a model. The first and most important thing that you can do for your children in encouraging them to learn the Word of God is for you yourself to show them that you also are a student of the Word of God. And you can do that in a very simple way. Let the kids ask you some of the questions sometimes. That was something that we did as I began to learn, as I talked about in one of the other sessions about the Bible Master Awards. I personally have also earned the Bible Master Award, and my kids would ask me the questions sometimes. And that gave them the added advantage of being able to hear the answer, learning it themselves because of the repetition that we kept doing over and over. You see, I've come to understand that very few children are motivated enough by competition to study their questions and their answers significantly on their own. Well, there's always exceptions. I can think of 2 kids off the top of my head over my years in JBQ that studied the questions quite a bit on their own. But they are the rare exception. And in fact, none of those kids were my own children. We had to continually work with our children. You can't give the kids the questions and tell them to go into their room and study the questions and learn the answers. Most of the time that doesn't work. It takes a commitment from you, Mom. It takes a commitment from you, Dad, to sit down with your kids on a regular basis. With our children, we would typically plan on practicing anywhere from 3 to 5 days a week, 20 to 30 minutes at a time, studying the questions together. Now, if you were doing the 10-point questions, 288 questions is an awful lot. And we wouldn't try to do it that way all at once. In fact, the way we did it is we started with our kids when they were quite young as 3 and 4 years of age. In fact, with our youngest son, his name is Justin, we started with him when he was 1. Now, quite literally, we would walk him to the nursery of our church, and on the walls lining the hallways in the church were murals painted of certain Bible stories. So as we walked down the hall with Justin, we would point at the pictures on the wall and ask questions that are in the Junior Bible Quiz Fact Pack. Who were the first man and first woman? And of course the answer, Adam and Eve. Now, at 1 year of age, he's not going to give us those answers. But when he was 2 and 3, Justin began to give us those answers. And we kept looking for ways, even if it was one question at a time, where he could learn a Junior Bible Quiz answer. Now, over the course of the years, we would increase the amount of time of study. We would increase the number of questions. And one thing that's really helpful, especially at the beginning, is don't start with the hardest questions first. For example, if you look at the very first junior Bible quiz question, number 1 of the 10-point questions, what is the Bible? The correct answer is, the Bible is the inspired Word of God and is His revelation to all people of Himself and His plan of salvation. Now, if you're working with a 5 or 6-year-old child, that's quite a mouthful, and it takes some time to learn. Instead, I would jump to some of the simpler questions that are right after that. How many books are there in the Bible? 66. How many books are in the Old Testament? 39. Maybe pick up some of the questions that deal with some of the Bible stories they already know. What giant did David kill? How did Jesus die? Why did Jesus die on the cross? Some of the simpler questions that they're probably already going to know if they've ever been a part of church services. But you start taking questions, maybe 10 a week, maybe 20 a week. It depends on how old the child is and how much background they have in the church. But you begin to learn the questions with them, repeating the answers over and over. And when they master a certain set of questions, move on to the next set. 5, 10, 20 questions a week, whatever a child can do. Begin to build on it. And then as you increase...